এটা এটা না
ऑपरेटिंग ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି
এটা
এটা ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଉପର ତଳ କରିବେ ଆପଣ ଏଠି ପେନ୍ ମୋଡ଼ରେ ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ତାପରେ
ମାଉସ
ମୋଡ଼କୁ ଯିବେ ଏଇଠି ଇଏ ଧରିକି ମାଉସ ମୋଡ଼କୁ ଯିବେ ଏମିତି ସ୍କ୍ରଲ୍ କରିଦେବେ ଅଟୋମେଟିକ୍ ସ୍କ୍ରଲ୍ ଯେଉଁ ପେଜ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ ସେ ପେଜ୍ ରହିଲା ଆଉ ପୁଣି ପେନ୍ ମୋଡ଼କୁ ଯାଇ ଲେଖିବେ
Good morning. This is your first polity class for NTPC and other examinations. Any idea about the syllabus? Okay, the syllabus for that is it's basically the Constitution of India. The Constitution of India. The syllabus for mainly the Constitution of India. Okay, so the Constitution of India, there are different chapters we shall discuss. First, let us understand what is polity. If you have any idea, it's all right. Let me share with you what is polity. What is polity? What is the meaning of polity? The meaning of polity is it refers to a political system in the country. Political system in the country. We have social system, we have cultural system. Okay. Poonam, good morning. Okay, so political system refers to what? What is the meaning of exactly political system? Political system कहले हमें कौन बुझिबा? Okay, political system refers to two things. One is the government. One is the government, and another is the constitution, law. Okay, just let me briefly acquaint you if you are not. Otherwise, it's all right. I know all of you are very talented, but still let me share what I know about polity. Okay, polity विषय रे हमें कौन जानी चाहिए फास्ट के देखिए. Political system कहले हमें दीटा जिनसे बुझोचे गोटे वाला government गोटे वाला constitution. Okay, government कौन? What is the meaning of government? What do you mean by government? Okay, what is the meaning of government? We shall examine it first, then we shall go to the chapter. Government. What is the meaning of government? What is the meaning of government? Government is a body of people who runs the country or who governs the country. That is a common definition. Government is a body of people. It's a body of people, a body of elected. In democracy, we are talking about elected people to run or govern. Okay, run or govern the country. So the government is elected in a democracy. That is what we mean by the government. But it is the narrower meaning of the government. In broader sense, जदि हमें गोटे विस्तारित रूप में देखिबा, the government means, if you just examine, the government means that is you can say that is government means in broader sense. The broader sense means refers to three organs of government, isn't it? Three organs of government. One is executive, another is legislature. That is a common sense. Just let us put emphasis on Swayam Pranam, legislature and judiciary. Okay. So we shall examine what is executive. What is executive first? Okay, we shall examine what is executive first. Executive कहले हमें कौन बुझु कहा को executive कहले. First, executive means that is executive means a body who executes or implements laws and rules, isn't it? So who is executive in our country? There are two types of executive. One is central executive. Just have a brief idea. Central executive. Central executive means that is president, vice president, isn't it? Vice president, then prime minister, then council of ministers, then attorney general. So sometimes got a question ase ki who constitute central executive. Okay, so central executive constitute, if question comes, president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, attorney general. These are called central executive. So जो option ने जोड़ा नथिबो सीधा हम answer करिबा. Who among the following is not is the executive? Okay, we shall discuss. So these are political executives. The president, vice president, prime minister, council of ministers are political executives. But there are also permanent executives, as you told. Yes, Rasmita, good morning. Okay, so these are the central executive. These are called political executive. Then that is political executive, the president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, attorney general. Then permanent executive called permanent executive. Permanent executive is the bureaucrats. The bureaucrats, IAS or the central government servants, they are called bureaucrats. Okay, they are called bureaucrats at the central level, and they are called permanent executive because they serve for 33 years. So once they get job, they continue to remain in power, remain in service for 33 years. So that is called permanent executive. But they are called political executive because they are elected for political executive. जोड़ा हमें कहले political executive. Political executive जोड़ा हमें कहले president, vice president एमाने they are elected. They are elected. But here they are appointed, but they are recruited. Okay, so we are giving examination to qualify. Okay, so for permanent executive and permanent political executive are president, जोड़ा हम कहले president, vice president, PM, और COM, attorney general. Are you getting my point or not? Okay, we shall discuss about them in respective class. Don't worry. हमें जेतोड़े chapter पढ़ीबा समस्त विषय पढ़ीबा से विषय किछ. So these are called political executive and permanent executive. They execute the things. They are recruited, they are elected. Okay, got it? Now the legislature. What do you mean by legislature? The body which, just common idea ଗୋଟେ ଦରକାର ଆମର, body which legislates or enacts law. Enacts laws. So that is called legislature. So legislature is divided into two types. One is central legislature, union legislature central, or union legislature or the state legislature. So there are dual legislature in India because India is a federal country. କାହିଁକି ଆମର ଦୁଇଟା legislature ଅଛି? କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମର federal country, ସଂଘୀୟ ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ର. So that is federal country ରେ ଦି ପ୍ରକାର legislature ରହେ, ଗୋଟେ union legislature, ଗୋଟେ state legislature. Isn't it? All of you must have this idea, but till let me just complete the part. Union legislature is called parliament, and it is state legislature. State legislature. So parliament को हमें संसद भी कहू, संसद in Hindi, संसद. Isn't it? Sansad. Okay. So that is called the parliament, Sansad. Okay. And parliament is of bicameral in nature. Parliament is bicameral, that is House of People. House of People, a Council of States. Council of States. House of People is otherwise known as, that is the what is Lok Sabha or lower house. The different now is Lok Sabha, lower house, House of the People, lower chamber become the Council of State, Rajya Sabha, upper house. Okay, upper house. So these are the names. Just have an idea. You have so idea thibo tomorrow, but just I am repeating the things. Okay, House of the People, Lok Sabha, lower house. Okay, these are the called parliament, state legislatures, central legislature. Okay, एटी गोटे कथा मु तुमको कहबी जे लोकसभा और राज्यसभा रो जो ना दीटा जो हिंदी ना लोकसभा राज्यसभा एटा 1954 मसिया इन 1954 रे एटा हेतिला कोन डेट हेतिला. So House of the People, that is called the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Okay, Rasmita, who is the present cat? Yes, Swang has answered it. GC Murmu. We shall be discussing. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, we have a long journey. We'll have some classes, 10 to 15 classes. We shall be dealing with different chapters. I'm going into just. So upper house, lower house. Then state legislature. State legislature can be, you can say state legislature can be unicameral and or bicameral. Okay, हिंदी में बोलेंगे. Okay, so unicameral legislature and bicameral. Unicameral means one house, that is state legislative assembly. Okay, and इसको लोकल लैंग्वेज में क्या कहेंगे? विधानसभा. Okay, here state legislative assembly and state legislative council. Legislative council. Okay, so it is Vidhan Parishad. Okay, in India there are states like Maharashtra, okay, Andhra, Telangana, that is Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka, UP, Bihar. That's विधान परिषद बाइकैमरल लेजिस्लेचर. कितने स्टेट में बाइकैमरल लेजिस्लेचर है? 6 स्टेट में. 6 states have bicameral legislature. How many states have bicameral legislature? There is 6 states. Okay, and 22 states. There are 28 states at present. So 22 states have unicameral legislature. Are you getting my point or not? Unicameral legislature. Got it? That is called the unicameral legislature. So only 6 states have bicameral legislature in India. That is all about your legislature. We shall be discussing more about them. हम लोग पढ़ेंगे लेजिस्लेचर के बारे में, पार्लियामेंट के बारे में, स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर के बारे में. Okay, don't worry about that. Just we are going giving some introduction to them. We shall be discussing. Then another branch is judiciary. Another branch is judiciary. Judiciary does what? It ensures that the executive and legislature perform in accordance with the constitution, of India. We are talking about India with the constitution. Okay, वो लोग देखते हैं क्या कि जो अदर ब्रांचेस है, जो एग्जीक्यूटिव है, जो लेजिस्लेचर है, वो सही ढंग से संविधान के तौर पर चलते हैं और फंक्शन करते हैं. अगर कहीं वो लोग डेविएट हुए और कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को वायलेट करेंगे तो जुडिशियरी will reward or will give them punishment or will warn them against. Okay, so judiciary is the custodian of constitution. Who is the custodian of constitution? Judiciary is the custodian of constitution. संविधान का प्रहरी, वो संविधान को गार्ड करता है. और क्या है? और sole interpreter of the constitution. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को समझने के लिए अगर कोई दिक्कत होगा तो उसको फाइनल कौन करेगा? जुडिशियरी, सोल इंटरप्रेटर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, सो समटाइम्स a question comes, who among the following is the sole interpreter of the constitution? Who is the sole interpreter? The Supreme Court or the judiciary, apex judiciary. Here we are talking about the Supreme Court. Sole interpreter means Supreme Court. If there is option, अगर ऑप्शन सुप्रीम कोर्ट है तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट बनेगा, अगर ऑप्शन जुडिशियरी है तो जुडिशियरी बनेगा. ओके, सो दैट इज द थिंग्स यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. द कस्टोडियन मतलब प्रहरी है और वो संविधान को इंटरप्रेट करता है, मतलब संविधान को समझाता है दूसरों. ओके, सो फाइनल इंटरप्रेटर मीन्स व्हाट एवर इज सेड अबाउट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल बी फाइनल. दैट इज कॉल्ड जुडिशियरी. ओके, सो वी हैव गॉट, हमने समझ लिया कि एग्जीक्यूटिव क्या करता है, लेजिस्लेचर क्या करता है और जुडिशियरी का काम क्या है. नाउ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मतलब क्या होता है? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मतलब दैट इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मतलब दैट इज लॉ ऑफ द लैंड और सुप्रीम बॉडी ऑफ लॉ. Okay, constitution. Okay, constitution can be written. Most of the democratic constitution are written or unwritten. ये unwritten किस कंट्री में है? यूके में. Only UK is the unwritten constitution. Means the constitution is not subject to judicially. Whatever said, जो पार्लियामेंट जो कहता है उन लोग की देश में वो होता है. इसीलिए उन लोग की देश में कोई संविधान लिखित नहीं है. वो पार्लियामेंट कैन चेंज इट. But written India, okay, India, Australia, USA. So there are many countries: India, Australia, USA, France. There are many countries. Okay, so there are many countries which have written constitution. So constitution is supreme in the law. This is all about your constitution and judiciary. If you just let us know what we shall read, what we shall, what is the syllabus, what we will cover syllabus. So in the polity syllabus, we shall discuss first historical background of Indian Constitution. Okay, just I am giving you a very brief information about the syllabus. Is that right? Okay. Historical background of Indian Constitution. We shall discuss today Indian Constitution का ऐतिहासिक पृष्ठभूमि और historical background क्या है. Then making of the Constitution. Then we shall discuss salient features of Indian Constitution. Okay. Then we shall discuss preamble parts. Are you getting my point or not? Is that right? The parts and schedules we shall discuss briefly in the class. Then we shall go to Union. First chapter, Union and its territory. Then we shall move citizenship. So we shall briefly discuss each chapter, okay, and we'll discuss related questions on them. Okay, these are called citizenship. Then that is citizenship. Then your fundamental rights. Okay, fundamental rights. Then DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. Fundamental duties. We shall discuss fundamental duties. Okay, then Union Executive. That is, we shall discuss Parliament, President, Vice President, Prime Minister, Council of Minister, Attorney General. Okay, then Union Legislature. Then we shall discuss judiciary. In overall judiciary. So judiciary में Supreme Court, High Courts, subordinate courts, tribunals, etc. Okay, so we shall discuss that judiciary, Supreme Court, tribunals, etc. Okay, then we shall move to the state part, state executive, governor, chief ministers, and that is chief minister, council of minister, advocate general. Okay, governor, I am writing here, governor, CM, COM, advocate general. They are called state executive. Advocate general is a part of it, as attorney general is a part of it. Okay, are you getting my point or not? Then the state legislature, we shall discuss with state legislature, that is Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad, Vidhan Parishad. Okay, we shall discuss about their process of bill, passage of bill, that's all. Okay, then that is local self governments. Local self गवर्नमेंट हियर वी शैल डिस्कस हम क्या पढ़ेंगे इसमें पंचायती राज के बारे में पढ़ेंगे म्युनिसिपैलिटी के बारे में पंचायत पीआरआईज म्युनिसिपैलिटीज municipalities or urban local self government okay then constitutional bodies में हम कंट्रोलर ऑडिटर जनरल पढ़ेंगे constitutional bodies that is CAG ECI Election Commission of India UPSC SPSC GST Council National Commission for SC ST OBC okay then there are the Finance Commission of India okay so various bodies we shall discuss about them don't worry about we shall go briefly and मैंने जो एग्जाम के तौर पर जो इम्पोर्टेंट है उस पर फोकस करूंगा because the polity is a vast subject if you choose civil service then you will have to go detail but for our NTPC and other examination we should focus on facts and figures of polity so we will go very systematically in order to attend our examination questions okay that is constitutional bodies we shall discuss then extra constitutional bodies extra constitutional bodies so sometimes question comes which is extra constitutional body or not a constitutional bodies okay so National Human Rights Commission Central Information Commission are you getting my point or not Central Information Commissions then CBC Central Vigilance Commissions then Niti Aayog okay so etc Niti Aayog then we shall discuss various etc that is the extra constitutional bodies then we shall discuss political party system in India पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सिस्टम के बारे में थोड़ा जानेंगे कौन नेशनल पार्टी है क्या स्टेट पार्टी है वो कैसे बनते हैं इसके बाद पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सिस्टम के बाद हम इमरजेंसी एंड अमेंडमेंट टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बारे में थोड़ा ध्यान देंगे ये सब हम अमेंडमेंट टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन okay so this is your syllabus for your polity session okay we shall focus today we shall go on to discuss historical background of Indian constitution okay तो हमारा तरीका क्या रहेगा हम एक चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे बाद में उसके ऊपर जो पॉसिबल क्वेश्चन आएगा वो देखेंगे हमने स्लाइड में जो नोट्स भी दिया है लिख लिया है कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स you can take a note of that also we shall examine each point therefore I have made some points okay हमने point क्यों लिखा है क्योंकि हम उस पर डिस्कस करेंगे और उस पर देखेंगे कि क्या क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकता है इसीलिए हमने पॉइंट वाइज लिखा है don't be confused okay historical background for SSC or NTPC sorry that is NTPC examination or SSC examinations all are important okay so we shall do that here you can add NTPC Cpse okay so that is the thing not SSC it is written NTPC but wrongly mentioned the syllabus is equal okay we shall discuss so historical background में हम क्या देखेंगे historical background में ये देखेंगे कि कैसे भारत की संविधान बना है क्योंकि संविधान हम लोग के पास नहीं था प्री इंडिपेंडेंट टाइम में बिफोर 1947 हम लोग का पास ऐसा कोई संविधान नहीं था तो संविधान बनाने के लिए हमारा पास जो बैकग्राउंड है जो सब एक्ट बना गया था ब्रिटिश के टाइम पे वही एक्ट को हम थोड़ा फोकस करेंगे और एक बात यह है कि हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड विल आल्सो हेल्प यू टू अटेंड मॉडर्न इंडिया क्वेश्चंस so polity पढ़ने के बाद you will be comfortable not only in polity but also in modern India aspects जोटा हमारा various acts okay so जो act पूरा अच्छी सब विभिन्न प्रकार act रे कौन कौन है इतना that always often comes in various examination एंड एनटीपीसी में तो ज्यादा क्वेश्चन उस पर आते हैं, ज्यादा क्वेश्चन हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड तौर पर आते हैं, इसीलिए हमने डिटेल लिख लिया है। हम एक एक पॉइंट चुन चुन के देखेंगे और उस पर क्या अलाइड चीज आ सकता है, कि क्या एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन हमको आ सकता है, वो उसके बारे में भी हम आपको जानकारी देंगे। आई होप कि ये सब ठीक होगा और आपको हेल्प करेगा, मतलब इट विल हेल्प यू टू attend questions in your NTPC examinations. Look at the historical background. हमने ब्रिटिश को आने के लिए ब्रिटिश को लाया है फर्स्ट। ब्रिटिश 1600 में भारत को आया था एक ट्रेडर्स के तौर पर। सो ब्रिटिश केम एज ए ट्रेडर in 1600 as a traders, okay, in the East India Company. East India Company was also known as East India Trading Company. That is also a question point. What was East India Company earlier known as? East India Company को पहले से क्या कहते थे? Okay, so that is traders, East India Trading Company or English East India Company. It was founded in 1600. Okay, we traded Southeast Asia. It was to trade with South Asia and East Asia. But East India Company confined to India and China only. Okay, got it. So that is the things. East India Company has exclusive right to trade in India. Okay, so it was established. East India Company was established under a charter. Kindly remember, it was established under a charter, not an act. Charter means order. So ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट, ब्रिटिश सरकार की चार्टर मतलब ऑर्डर पर ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी तैयार हुआ था और सेटअप हुआ था। ओके, एंड ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी कंटिन्यूड एज ए ट्रेडिंग कंपनी टिल 1765। ओके, सो उस टाइम में भारत में कोई ऐसा पावरफुल मोनार्ची नहीं था, पावरफुल किंग नहीं था, तो इसीलिए वो बिना दिक्कत से ट्रेड मैटर चलाए। लेकिन जो धीरे धीरे वो पॉलिटिकल मैटर पर भी इंटरफेयर किया। इन 1765 में लास्ट मुगल रूलर जो शाह आलम, दैट इज शाह आलम, not last Mughal, that then Mughal ruler Shah Alam II granted that what? Granted the Diwani rights. Who granted the Diwani right? Shah Alam granted दीवानी राइट दिया गया उसको। वो दीवानी राइट क्या है? दीवानी राइट का मतलब ब्रिटिश ऑफिशियल ने खुद रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन करेंगे और जरूरत पड़े तो सिविल जस्टिस मतलब न्याय भी देंगे। तो हमारा देश में आकर उन्होंने रेवेन्यू कलेक्शन का जो राइट्स लिया और सिविल जस्टिस करने के लिए जो राइट लिया, इट इज एन एंट्री। सो ग्रेजुअली व्हाट हैपेंड, बाद में वो भारत में शासन करने के लिए तो तैयार हो गए। तो इसीलिए 1765 was a turning point. Okay, and in the year 1858, after that is सिपाही mutiny, as you know, 1857 में जो सिपाही mutiny हुई, उसके बाद ब्रिटिश ने डायरेक्ट रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और डायरेक्ट रूल। सो ब्रिटिश रूल इन इंडिया, ब्रिटिश रूल in India, it's studied under two heads. One is company rule, isn't it? One is company rule, another is crown rule. Okay, crown rule. So one company rule, two crown rule. कंपनी रूल कितने तक जाता है? कंपनी रूल will come to, that is what? That is 18, that is till 1857 or 1858 to 1947 is the company rule. इसके बारे में थोड़ा आपको जानकारी होना चाहिए क्योंकि ये भी कभी कभी क्वेश्चन बन जाता है। So you have to remember कि company and the rule continued up to 15th August. Okay, so these are the things about the historical background, we shall discuss now various acts, enactments that were enacted in British, okay, under company rule. So that is called, I call it company rules, okay, company rule. East India Company, that is called company rule, beginning of that is company rule. Got it? Are you all of you are comfortable or not? Please respond. Or any problem? Please respond. Any problem? स्वयं सौरभ, प्रॉब्लम होता है कुछ? हिंदी मीडियम तो बोलते हैं कभी कभी हिंदी में. ओके, स्वयं सौ, पूनम, आर यू कंफर्टेबल? आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? प्लीज रेस्पॉन्ड. Okay, we shall discuss now the thing about the company rule. कंपनी रूल के टाइम में फर्स्ट हम देखेंगे रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट 1773 के बारे में हम देखेंगे. सो आई हैव गॉट सम मेजर पॉइंट्स फॉर यू, ओके, जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड थिंग्स. You, if you know it, all right, otherwise focus on them. It is a maiden effort for parliamentary democracy, parliamentary control over BEIC, British East India. What is parliamentary? Parliamentary control means this act was enacted by British Parliament, for the first time, for the first time to regulate company affairs. It was enacted by British Parliament for the first time to regulate company affairs. Hence, it is called maiden effort for parliamentary. Maiden means first. Okay. Then it set up a Supreme Court at Calcutta. It provided for a Supreme Court. So Supreme Court के तैयार किया गया ब्रिटिश लॉ को रेगुलेट करने के लिए एक सुप्रीम कोर्ट बनाया गया, और ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक चीफ जस्टिस थे, 3 जजेस. But the most important thing under regulating act is Governor General became the Governor General of Bengal. Governor of Bengal became Governor General of Bengal, and Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of India. Okay, so what is that? At the British time, उस वक्त में ब्रिटिश 3 प्रेसिडेंट्स के, that is if you examine that वो 3 प्रेसिडेंट्स किए, that is it is Bengal presidency. ओके, सो प्रेसिडेंसी मतलब जिसको हम स्टेट कहते हैं, वो प्रेसिडेंसी के तौर पर जाना गया था. एंड मद्रास, ओके, मद्रास प्रेसिडेंसी. तो 3 प्रिंसिपल प्रेसिडेंसी था. प्रेसिडेंसी मतलब स्टेट. एंड इट इज बॉम्बे, सो बॉम्बे प्रेसिडेंसी. एंड उसमें ये जो 3 प्रेसिडेंसी था, ये 3 प्रेसिडेंसी में एक गवर्नर थे. ये भी एक गवर्नर के अंडर में था, जिसको गवर्नर कहते हैं, और ये भी एक गवर्नर के तौर पर था, अंडर में था. तो 1773 में क्या कर दिया ना, मद्रास और बॉम्बे को बंगाल की गवर्नर के अंडर में सबऑर्डिनेट किया गया, मतलब उसके अंडर में रखा गया. नाउ the British Parliament will get report from Bengal governor. Hence, Bengal governor is called Governor General of Bengal. This is how it is called Bengal governor. So now Governor of Bengal became Governor General of Bengal, and first Governor General was Warren Hastings. Are you getting my point or not? Yes. Then another feature, it prohibited private trading. जो कंपनी का ऑफिशियल इंडिया में काम करते थे ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के तौर पर, वो लोग क्या किए ना, अपना खुद का लाइसेंस तैयार करके बिजनेस करना शुरू कर दिए. तो वही जो कहते हैं प्राइवेट ट्रेडिंग, उसको बैन किया गया. मतलब कोई कंपनी ऑफिशियल अपना बिजनेस, खुद का बिजनेस इंडिया में रहकर नहीं कर सकते, ऐसा एक ऑर्डर इस एक्ट में लिखा गया और आ गया. So that is called prohibited private trade. Got it? 1717. That is, so remember, that is Maiden Act, and that is Supreme Court 1774, Governor General of Bengal Warren Hastings prohibit private trade. Got it? Now we shall go to the next act, that is Pitt's India Act. Okay, so that is Pitt's India Act. Pitt's India Act is otherwise is so called because it is named after then British Prime Minister, that is William Pitts. So that is also a question. Okay. So जो एक्ट ऑफ सेटलमेंट हुआ था 1781 में, वो रेक्टिफाई करके डिफेक्ट जो था, सब क्या क्या डिफेक्ट था, तो इसमें देन इट प्रोवाइडेड फॉर डुअल गवर्नमेंट और डुअल सिस्टम. इट इज कॉल्ड डुअल सिस्टम आल्सो. ओके, एंड डुअल सिस्टम में क्या था ना, जो कंपनी जो काम कर रहा था, पॉलिटिकल काम कर रहा था, मतलब कोई ट्रीटी राजा महाराजा के साथ ट्रीटी कर रहा था, जैसे दीवानी ग्रांट उसको मिला, ये एक पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटी है. सो कंपनी दो तरह की काम कर रहा था. एक काम है जो अपना कमर्शियल मैटर बिजनेस देखता था, और पॉलिटिकल मैटर में भी इन्वॉल्व हुआ था. तो इसीलिए पिट्स इंडिया में क्या किया गया है ना, that was made what political matters was kept under board of control, and the board of control, that is for political matters, and court of directors for commercial matters. Board of control consisted of comprised ministers in the British government, in the high level government, British government. So political matter direct British government ने तैयार किया, और जो that is what court of directors comprised high level company officials. Okay, that means political matters were undertaken by the British government. Okay, that is, and company territories are now called British possessions. So company territories जो था वो भी ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट के अंदर आ गया. तो कोई भी अगर प्रॉपर्टी देन लेन करेंगे और परचेज और सेल करेंगे, तो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट का जो ये लाएगा, क्या परमिशन लाना पड़ता है. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड the British possessions. Then Charter Act 1793. We shall move to. Okay, so it is the first Charter Act. Sometimes question comes, in which year the first Charter Act. Okay, first Charter Act of British in India, of British government, British in India. So 1793 is the first Charter Act. Okay, so first Charter Act was it was continued 20 years के लिए extend किया गया. Governor General was granted extensive powers over subordinate presidencies. Here subordinate presidencies means Bombay and Madras. So extensive power. The East India Company was empowered to grant license to both individual company employees to trade in India. So ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनीज को ग्रांट दिया गया इस स्तर पर 1793 में. ओके, सो ज्यादा कुछ इस चार्टर में क्वेश्चन ओरिएंटेड नहीं है. जस्ट यू रिमेंबर दैट द फर्स्ट चार्टर एक्ट ऑफ इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ब्रिटिश इंडिया, दैट इज. ओके, नाउ वी शैल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट एक्ट, चार्टर एक्ट 1813. It another extended 20 years, 93. Okay, so 20 years 1813. फिर 20 साल के लिए बढ़ा दिया गया. सो दैट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट. company of the monopoly in trade India except for tea trade and the trade with India. Okay, deprived the company of the monopoly of trade means सब चीज पर जो ट्रेड कर किया गया था, अभी सिर्फ टी और ट्रेड विथ चाइना में उसको मोनोपोली दिया गया, अदर्स मोनोपोली को निकाल दिया गया, मतलब वही गवर्नमेंट सैंक्शन 1 लाख फॉर एजुकेशन, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. In which act 1 lakh rupees was first time sanctioned for promotion of education in India. So that is Charter Act. Okay, Charter Act 1813. So you have to remember 1 lakh for promotion, under which Charter Act 13 में दिया गया था. Okay. Now Charter Act 13(3). 33 एक ज़्यादा बेहतरीन मतलब एक इम्पोर्टेंट एक्ट है, क्योंकि जो इंडियन कॉन्सेप्ट, इंडियन दैट इज इंडियन कॉन्सेप्ट इस एक्ट में आया था कि द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बंगाल नाउ इज नोन एज, केम टू बी नोन एज द गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया. सो पूरा इंडिया को उन्होंने अपना तौर पर लिया. सो दैट मीन्स गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया. द कॉन्सेप्ट आया British India, Governor General of India. Okay, so that is called centralization. So centralization began under British power in India. For the first time, Governor General of Bengal was declared to be the Governor General of India, and first Governor General was Sir William Bentinck. Sir William Bentinck ने ये किया था 1833. Okay, now the sorry, that is 1853. Then another matter on Government of India in 1813 Charter Act, that a law commission, the law commission was under Lord Macaulay. The first law commission of India was set up. कब सेटअप हुआ था? In 1834. Today we have 22nd law commission have been already set up. 22nd law commission. So 1834 में first law commission तैयार हुआ, and it was the chairman was Lord Macaulay or Thomas Macaulay. Lord Macaulay chairman Thomas Macaulay. That is also you have to keep in mind, because it sometimes comes in your questions. Who was the first chairperson of first law commission? That is Thomas Macaulay. Or when was the first law commission set up? That is 1834. Okay, now we'll move to Charter Act 1853. Are you getting my point or not? So the Charter Act 1853 में क्या हुआ था? मैं if you get the summary, if you want the summary, I will tell you that the parliamentary system was divided. मतलब जो गवर्नर जनरल था वो दो तरह की काम कर रहा था. एक लॉ को एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा था, और वो पार्लियामेंट जो लॉ एनैक्टमेंट भी इंडिया के लिए भी रिकमेंड करता था. लेकिन अभी पार्लियामेंटरी और एनैक्टमेंट के लिए लॉ तैयार करने के लिए एक बॉडी सेटअप किया गया. उसको कहा गया क्या कि लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली. सो दैट इज सेपरेशन of legislative powers of the Governor General. ओके, सेपरेशन हुआ तो गवर्नर जनरल के जगह पर कौन करेगा? लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली विल तैयार. ओके, देन the board of that is number of board of directors 24 to 18 reduced किया गया, 6 out of them were nominated. So these are the usual things you have to remember. Okay, the stuff given, you can go through them. Okay, then that is The Act. The Charter Act 1853 introduced open competition system for of selection and recruitment to civil service. Open competition means open competition means allowing Indians allowing Indians to appear ICS exam, which was held in London at that time. Now it was allowed, and in 1854, First Civil Service Commission was established, and that was chaired by Macaulay. And Satyendranath Tagore became the first Indian to join civil service examination. Okay, join civil service. So first ICS officer. Then began the Crown Rule. That is called Crown Rule. Crown Rule. Okay, so that get some idea about that. So first Crown Rule means that direct rule began. So it was after the rebellion of 1857. Who said that 1857 revolt was the first war of independence? Who can say? Who said that the rebellion of 1857 as first war of independence? Who described it? Anyone? Yes. Who said that 1857 revolt was a first war of independence? Okay, please answer. Anyway, then direct rule was established. That British Parliament will now make direct law for the British India. Okay. For that, a office of Secretary General was created. Office of the Secretary of State for India. Secretary means minister. Secretary means minister in British cabinet. Secretary means Secretary of State for India was a cabinet minister in British government in charge of India. So secretary means that is a minister. And the first Secretary of State was Lord Stanley. Lord Stanley was the first Secretary of State. Okay. Lord Stanley is written here. Lord Stanley, sorry, that is first Secretary of State in India. Okay. Then we shall move to the next part. Okay. The Court of Directors and the things, that means it abolished. Just take a note of this. It abolished dual system or dual government system introduced under Pitt's India Act. Okay, so that is called abolished. Put in place Indian Council, a committee laya, or Crown empowered to appoint Governor General Presidency. Governor General of India is known as Viceroy of India, and Lord Canning was the first Viceroy. Doctrine of lapse was abolished. Doctrine of lapse is an annexation policy. What is that doctrine of lapse? Is annexation policy, जिसके तौर पर अगर कोई इंडिया की राजा या रानी का कोई क्वीन का कोई मेल मेंबर नहीं था तो उसका किंगडम was annexed, means merged with British territory. So that is called doctrine of lapse. It is an annexation policy. It was popularized during Lord Dalhousie's tenure. Okay. So first state, that is Satara. Okay, then Sambalpur was also under this, and the last state was Awadh. So get some idea about doctrine of lapse. Questions often come. Okay, so that is the thing about the that is your Government of India Act 1858. This act, just let me write another question oriented paragraph. Government of India, Government of India Act, Government of India Act 1858 is also known as Act for Good Governance. Okay, Act of Governance. Which act is known as Act of Good Governance? Okay, so that please kindly remember. That is the things. Then 1861. An important landmark in the constitutional history of India, introduced grain of popular element as introduced non-official members in the Governor General's Council. Non-official members means they are not Britishers, rather from Indians. So first time Indians were to be associated in the British India affairs. So that is, now move to the next thing. Okay, it decentralized the powers of Governor General and vested them in Government of Bombay and Madras. It also provided for legislative councils. Just kindly remark it: Legislative Council for Bengal, Northwestern Frontier provinces, that is in Baluchistan or Pak, and Punjab. Okay, so these are the things you have to remember. 1862, 1897. Sometimes in NTPC I have found a question also. For the first time, Legislative Council was provided for Bengal in the year 1862, and for NWFP 1866, and for Punjab 1897. Then it gave recognition to portfolio system. Portfolio means departments or ministries. Departments और मिनिस्ट्री, जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि होम मिनिस्ट्री और फॉरेन मिनिस्ट्री, दैट इज पोर्टफोलियो. So departmentalization began in British period in 1859. Then it empowered the viceroy to issue ordinances for 6 months. So ordinance making power was introduced. Ordinance making power was introduced. That means, in which act ordinance making power? Ordinance is found issued by governor, president under article 221-23, and governor at least 213. President ordinance making power, president's ordinance making power, ordinance power, governor's ordinance power. Okay, so that is the things about you have to remember. Now move to the next question. Next data. 1909. 1909 is otherwise known as Morley-Minto Reform Act. Morley-Minto, because Morley and Minto. Morley was the Secretary of State, and Minto was Viceroy of India. Viceroy. Hence the act is called Morley-Minto. Okay, so popular representative, increased maximum additional members. These are the things. 60 to 60. Retained official majority in the central legislative councils. Okay, so that you have to remember. One important thing you have to remember about this act is that the first time Indians were given to be a member of the executive council. एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल जो प्रीमियर बॉडी, जो गवर्नर स्टेट में, प्रोविंसेस में जो गवर्नर था और केंद्र में जो वाइसरॉय था, उनकी जो एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल मतलब मेजर डिसीजन मेकिंग बॉडी, मेजर डिसीजन मेकिंग बॉडी, उसमें इंडियंस को कहा गया. एवं दैट इज सत्येंद्र प्रसाद सिन्हा Satyendra Prasad Sinha became the first Indian to be a member of okay. So Satyendra Prasad Sinha became the first Indian to be a member. It might have been written, but still remember the thing was that the very first Indian, yes, it is written here. It is written here. That is Satyendra Prasad Sinha. Yes. So please remember Satyendra Prasad Sinha was. Then introduced system of communal representation. Separate electorate system. सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट मीन्स एक संविधान सभा एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से दो तरह के लोग जाएंगे। यहाँ अभी हम क्या होता है कि सपोज एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है, निर्वाचन मंडली से एक व्यक्ति को हम चुनते हैं, लेकिन जो ब्रिटिश ने किया उन्होंने एक संविधान मतलब दैट इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से निर्वाचन मंडली से दोनों और दो तरह के लोग जाएंगे, एक मुस्लिम के तौर पर जाएंगे और एक नॉन मुस्लिम मतलब हिंदू क्रिश्चियन जो सब थे। पहला बार मुस्लिम के लिए सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट सिस्टम इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया। दैट इज द थिंग्स दैट शोड द सीड ऑफ कम्युनलिज्म इन इंडिया। भारत में कम्युनलिज्म का जो बीज जो दैट इज भारत में कम्युनलिज्म को शुरू करने वाला एक्ट ये एक्ट है, दैट इज 1909 एंड लॉर्ड मिंटो कम टू बी द फादर ऑफ communal electorate system in India. Okay, so that is the things you have to remember. बाकी स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव फॉर प्रेसिडेंसी कॉर्पोरेशन से चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स फिकी जैसे फिकी, सो ये सब चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स यूनिवर्सिटी जमींदार लोगों के भी प्रेसिडेंसी के रिप्रेजेंटेशन दिया गया, मतलब गवर्नर जनरल की एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल में उनको स्थान दिया गया। गॉट इट? Okay, so then Government of India Act 1909 में Government of India Act, it is otherwise known as Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act. Montagu was secretary and Chelmsford was viceroy. Central and provincial subjects were demarcated, and so federalism, that means a type of decentralization began. Decentralization began in India. Decentralization means राज्य और केंद्र सरकार के बीच में पावर को सेपरेट किया गया. So decentralization began in this act. Okay. Provincial subject into transfer subject and reserved subject called diarchy. It introduced diarchy. तो diarchy क्या होता है? Diarchy का मतलब that is diarchy. Diarchy means division of governors. Governor means provincial जो राज्य में थे, governors, executive powers into reserved and transfer. जो रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट था उन पर गवर्नर खुद अपना डिसीजन ले सकते थे। जो रिजर्व पावर था उस पर रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट जो था, सब्जेक्ट मीन्स फाइनेंस, एग्रीकल्चर, माइंस, दीज आर सब्जेक्ट्स। तो गवर्नर वो रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट में खुद डिसीजन ले सकते थे। लेकिन जो ट्रांसफर सब्जेक्ट था, गवर्नर वो डिसीजन प्रोविंशियल लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली, जो उसको विधानसभा हम कहते हैं, उस टाइम में प्रोविंशियल लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के नाम पर जाना जाता था। तो वही प्रोविंशियल लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली में जो मिनिस्टर्स थे उनका अप्रूवल चाहिए था। ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड ट्रांसफर सब्जेक्ट। सो रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट, ट्रांसफर सब्जेक्ट होते कि दोनों तरह की जो एग्जीक्यूटिव पावर होता था उसको डायरची कहते हैं। और डायरची 1919 में इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ प्रोविंसेस में। ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड डायरची, यू हैव टू रिमेंबर। देन इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाइकैमरलिज्म एंड डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन। What is bicameralism? Bicameralism means that is dual house, two houses. So जो सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव का काउंसिल था जो पहले 1853 के में बनाया गया था, वो अभी दो हाउस हो गया. सो दो हाउस मीन्स सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल, सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली एंड सेंट्रल लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल, जिसको हम राज्यसभा लोकसभा कहते हैं अभी. सो उनमें बाइकैमरलिज्म इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 में. एंड इट इंट्रोड्यूस डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन ऑल्सो. कभी कुछ लोगों को डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन का पावर दिया गया, वोटिंग राइट्स. सो ओनली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट इज टैक्स एंड एजुकेशन, प्रॉपर्टी. मतलब जिन लोगों का प्रॉपर्टी था वो रिच थे, मतलब अमीर थे, तो उन लोगों को वोटिंग राइट्स दिया गया, सबको नहीं दिया गया. इसके लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज है, ये लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज कहते हैं, लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज. सो लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज, इसको लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज भी कहते हैं, लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज. ओके, इसको याद रखो. कभी कभी एग्जाम में ये भी आता है कि लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज was introduced. Limited franchise means voting right was not given to all, to a limited section of people. So अगर समाज का कोई कम लोगों को वोटिंग राइट्स दिया गया था, इसीलिए उसको लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज कहते हैं. अभी हमारा देश में क्या है, यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज, सब कोई वोट दे सकता है. तो कभी ब्रिटिश ने लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, मीन्स लिमिटेड वोटिंग राइट्स. वोटिंग राइट्स were given to limited people, limited Indians people. Hence it is called limited franchise. Then Indian legislative bicameral legislature consisting of upper house and legislative assembly. The house of the legislative assembly 144 members, 104 elected and 40 nominated for 3 years. So the legislative assembly. Okay, then the upper house was the council of states consisting of 34, means जो legislative council was 34 था और 26 nominated. Just to remember this exam oriented things. Okay, majority members were chosen by direct elections. Okay, 6 members viceroy executive, that is not necessary. Separate electorate 6, yes. So for Muslim में 1909 में था, अभी सिख को दिया गया, इंडियन क्रिश्चियंस, एंग्लो इंडियंस एंड यूरोपियंस, उनको भी रिजर्वेशन दिया गया. सो कम्युनल इलेक्टोरेट सिस्टम वाज एक्सटेंडेड, मतलब उनको बढ़ाया गया था 1919 एक्ट में भी. ओके, लिमिटेड फ्रेंचाइज जिसको कहते हैं ऑन प्रॉपर्टी, एजुकेशन एंड टैक्स. सो उस लोग सिर्फ वोट दे सकते थे. सेंट्रल पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन वाज सेट अप in 1926 to conduct ICS exam in India, Indian Civil Service Examination in India. So that is Central Public Service Commission. Now it is called Union Public Service Commission. Got it? Then it separated provincial budget from central budget. So state ने, provinces ने अभी budget तैयार करने के लिए उसको power दिया गया. और एक statutory commission after 10 years to review the working of this act. Okay, कोई नहीं watch करता है? ठीक है, जो भी हो सब ठीक है कि ये नहीं? You are not responding. Okay, so working of the act. Then we shall move to the Simon Commission. Simon Commission के बारे में आप लोग को जानकारी होता. ये सब हिस्ट्री का, मॉडर्न इंडिया का टॉपिक है. सो फिर भी हमारा पॉलिटी के लिए जरूरत है. ये 27 में ये कमीशन बैठाया गया था और ये रिव्यू करने के लिए आया था. क्यों? 1919 एक्ट को. अभी इट वाज 7 member committee. 7-member committee. 6, John Simon was the chairperson. Boycotted because there were no Indian members. Okay, the commission submits its report. There was no Indian member in the committee. Okay, so commission started. It recommended abolition of diarchy. कमीशन स्टार्टेड एबोलिशन ऑफ डायरची. जो डायरची इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था, मतलब कहाँ, जो 1919 में उसको एबोलिश करके किया गया. एक्सटेंशन ऑफ रेस्पॉन्सिबल गवर्नमेंट इन प्रोविंसेस एंड फेडरल गवर्नमेंट, एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ फेडरेशन, कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ कम्युनल इलेक्टोरेट सिस्टम. जो कम्युनल इलेक्टोरेट सिस्टम 1900 में शुरू हुआ था उनको कंटिन्यू करने के लिए बोला. सो समटाइम्स ए क्वेश्चन कम्स regarding the recommendation of Simon Commission. Okay, so kindly remember these points. The Simon Commission recommended, उन्होंने recommend किया था कि जो डायरची इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था 1919 में उसको abolish कर दो, और extension of responsible government in the provinces and establishment of a federation in British India consisting of British princely states and British India. Okay, जो दो तरह के राज्य थे, एक ब्रिटिश के डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल में थे, एक ब्रिटिश के इनडायरेक्ट कंट्रोल में थे. सो उसको प्रिंसली स्टेट कहते थे, नेटिव स्टेट्स. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट और नॉट? एंड ब्रिटिश इंडिया वाज डायरेक्टली अंडर द ब्रिटिश रूल. ओके, सो दैट इज, एंड कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ कम्युनल इलेक्टोरेट के बारे में भी बोला था. ओके, देन बर्मा शुड बी सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश इंडिया, शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड ए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इट्स ओन. दैट वाज द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ साइमन कमीशन. साइमन कमीशन रिकमेंडेशन. Okay, Simon Commission recommendations. Okay, so these are the things about Simon Commission. Now we shall move to the next act. कम्युनल आवर, ये भी हमने दे दिया है. कम्युनल आवर भी एक तरह की जो होते हैं क्या, जो एक्सटेंशन ऑफ सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट सिस्टम. ये भी सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट के बारे में बोला था. मुस्लिम, सिख्स, इंडियन क्रिश्चियन, एंग्लो इंडियन, यूरोपियंस, but also extended to depressed classes. Depressed classes means SC and ST. So Gandhiji therefore went on fast, resulted in Pune Pact signed between Gandhi and Beer and Ambedkar in 1932. Okay, so resulted, Gandhi went on to fast in Rrb jail. Okay, Rrb jail 1948 में. Okay, so that is resulted in Pune Pact, Gandhiji's fast. Then Government of India Act 1935. The recommendation of the Simon Commission provided base for Government of India Act 1935. Okay, so it provided for 1935, and it was Viceroy was Lord Wellington. The milestone. Okay, so it has 321 sections. Sections mean articles. We call it articles now. And 10 schedules, and we have now 12 schedules. So it is a major act. Okay, it provided all India federation. Federation means state government and central government. Two governments. That is state governments. Two governments, that is union government, union and state. So that is called federation. And ये जो ब्रिटिश इंडिया और प्रिंसली स्टेट को लेकर एक फेडरेशन बनाने के लिए बोला था. It divided between powers. So two governments अगर बनेगा तो पावर भी डिवाइड होगा. तो पावर डिवाइड हुआ. पावर डिवाइड क्या एग्जाम्पल क्या है, लिस्ट में दिया गया कितना सब सब्जेक्ट रहेगा. फेडरल लिस्ट, जिसको हम यूनियन लिस्ट कहते हैं, अभी 7th शेड्यूल में है. सो हम पढ़ेंगे उसके बारे में. फेडरल लिस्ट में 59 आइटम रखा, प्रोविंशियल में 54 आइटम रखा, कंकरेंट में 36 आइटम रखा था. एंड रेसिडुअरी पावर्स मीन्स that not mentioned powers or subjects not mentioned in the three lists. Got it? So that is called the powers or subjects not listed, that is residuary power. So residuary power is given to the viceroy, but now residuary power is given to the central government, but to the center. रेसिडुअरी पावर इंडियन पार्लियामेंट को और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को दिया गया है. लेकिन 35 में किसको दिया गया था? वाइसरॉय. इट इज अ क्वेश्चन आल्सो इन योर एनटीपीसी आल्सो, यू विल फाइंड सच टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट वाइसरॉय को दिया गया था ये क्वेश्चन, जो रेसिडुअरी पावर. अभी इसको पार्लियामेंट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को दिया गया. गॉट इट? नाउ वी शैल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग. We are going to finish it and we'll have questions, 20 questions on that. Okay, so central legislature remained bicameral apart from governor's veto. A bill passed by the central legislature was also subject to veto by the crown. Bicameral वो उसको रखा. Okay, it abolished diarchy, that is important. It is abolished diarchy in the provinces and provided diarchy at the center, but could not be implemented. Okay, introduced bicameralism at 8 provinces, 6 out of 8 provinces. जो Bombay, Madras, that is also your Punjab. Okay, so there were provinces and bicameralism was in NWFP. It further extend principle of communal representations or separate electorates for women, depressed classes and laborers. It extended franchise given to other categories of people, provided for a federal public service commission, provincial public service commission, joint public, that is called UPSC now, UPSC. Okay, so these are the things about. So how many acts are related to communal electorate system? Now we can conclude it. We can communal acts related to communal electorate system. Communal electorate. So first is Council Act 1909, Government of India Act, India Act 1919, Government of India Act 1935, McDonald Award 1932. So sometimes question comes, which of the following is not related to communal electorate system in India? There are 4 acts related to communal electorate system. Okay, and it is, remember the section also, sections, how many sections are there? 321 sections were there in the Government of India Act. Okay, it provided for Reserve Bank of India. And Reserve Bank was established. Reserve Bank of India. Okay, and it was established Reserve Bank of India Government 1934. Okay, so that is 34 Act के अंडर पे दिया गया था, लेकिन 35 पे एक्ट में उसको प्रोवाइड किया गया. रिजर्व बैंक के लिए सेटअप के लिए एक स्वतंत्र एक्ट बना था, उसको कहते हैं रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1934. Okay, then a Federal Supreme Court was established. Okay, later it continued up to the independence. Okay, later it came to be known as the Supreme Court of India. Okay, that is the things you have to remember. 37. The Cripps Mission came to India in 1942. Okay, it included earliest possible realization of self-government independence. India would be free to frame its own constitution. It would be given to the dominion status. But it was called post-dated check on a crashing back by Mahatma Gandhi perhaps. Okay, post-dated checks, PDC, on a crashing back. That means Chris mission was vehemently criticized by. Then came the cabinet mission. It came in 1946. 1946 में आया था और इसको कंपोज 3 कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ इंग्लैंड. Okay, that is, now we shall move to the, sorry, okay, so we shall move to the Patrick Lawrence. Who are the members? Patrick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps, Secretary of State for India, D. Alexander. Recommended an undivided India. So कैबिनेट मिशन ने पार्टीशन को खारिज किया था, पार्टीशन के लिए सपोर्ट नहीं किया था, उन्होंने पार्टीशन को रिजेक्ट किया था. Restricted communal representation, provided that all members of interim cabinet would be Indians. There would be minimum interference by the viceroy. Provided for formation of a constituent assembly on democratic principle population. Constituent assembly was recommended. Constituent assembly for making a constitution for free India. So that is called the one of the important recommendation of the cabinet mission plan. It recognized Indian right to seat from Commonwealth. So Commonwealth, an association of British ruled countries. Okay, Commonwealth, it is an regional organizations which center all subjects other than Union subjects and residuary power would be vested in the provinces. That is a provinces. So cabinet mission said that residuary power would be 3 question आ सकता है. एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट में रेसिडुअरी पावर किसी को दिया गया था? वाइसरॉय. और ये कैबिनेट मिशन रेसिडुअरी पावर किसी को दिया है? प्रोविंसेस को. लेकिन अभी हमारा संविधान में रेसिडुअरी पावर किसको दिया गया है? सेंटर को. 3 तरह की क्वेश्चन हमने एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो 3 तरह की क्वेश्चन. वन एक जो हमने बोला है, काइंडली रिमेंबर दिस थिंग्स बिकॉज दीज आर ऑफन क्वेश्चंस इन योर एग्जामिनेशन, सीपीएससी और एनटीपीसी एग्जामिनेशंस. who residuary power under cabinet mission was given to. Okay, तो रेसिडुअरी पावर से हमने समझा दिया आप लोग को. सो जो पावर लिस्ट में नहीं लिखा है, जो मतलब जो मेंशन नहीं है, उसको रेसिडुअरी पावर कहते हैं. गॉट इट? नाउ वी शैल मूव टू द लास्ट एक्ट ऑफ ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट, दैट इज इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस एक्ट. द प्रिंसली स्टेट वुड रिटेन all subjects on residuary power. The CA would have 389 members. So 389 के बारे में ये बोला था. हमने देखेंगे 389 में क्या डिवीजन लाया है. 389 members together for both undivided undivided India. Okay, so it did not favor partition. Now Mountbatten plan, all of you acquainted with it, is known as June 3 plan. Principle of partitions. Partition was accepted by the British government under this plan. Would be given dominion status, means that not full-fledged status, that the final authority was given to Governor General. There would be a government, but Governor General was given the power. That is, the first Governor General was Mountbatten, Lord Mountbatten. So British, until the constitution तैयार होने तक भारत और पाकिस्तान को एक स्टेटस दिया गया था जिसका नाम है डोमिनियन स्टेटस। डोमिनियन स्टेटस मतलब भारत में एक सरकार बनेगा, लेकिन भारतीय के द्वारा एक सरकार बनेगा, लेकिन फाइनल अथॉरिटी जो है ना वो गवर्नर जनरल को दिया जाएगा, इसीलिए इसको डोमिनियन स्टेटस until the constitution is made or effected, संविधान तैयार होने तक, संविधान का कार्य मतलब एक्टिव होने तक उसको इसी तरह की स्टेटस में रखा गया। नॉट ओनली इंडिया बट पाकिस्तान को भी डोमिनियन स्टेटस के तौर पर ब्रिटिश ने रखा था। अंडर विच प्लान? दैट इज माउंटबेटन प्लान। लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन वाज द वाइसरॉय ऑफ इंडिया एट दैट टाइम। देन बना जो भारत की आखिर ब्रिटिश इंडिया की आखिर एक्ट 1947, the ultimate or the end or the last act enacted by the British Parliament for India was Indian Independence Act. Okay, so that is the things Indian Independence Act. Mountbatten Plan was given immediate effect by the Indian Independence Act. Okay, now that is the things. Now we shall see the procedures. Procedures are the features of Indian. It ended British rule in India. Okay, it made provisions for partitions of India and others. You can see Pakistan should comprise East Bengal, West Bengal, Punjab, Sindh, and Sylhet district of Assam. That is also a question. In the Independence Act, Pakistan would comprise of which of the following? Suzerainty means sovereignty, supremacy. That is supremacy. Supremacy of British monarchs over Indian would lapse. End. Lapse means end. Indian states could accede to either two dominants. They could join Pakistan, they could join India. Okay. Then no act of British Parliament passed after August 57 was to extend to either of the two dominions, that is India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan, okay, was extended by the legislature of domain. This is the thing about your 1947 Act. And you can write also that the first Governor General of Free India, the first Governor General of Free India was Lord Mountbatten. And last Governor General of India, Governor General of Free India was C. Rajgopalachari. Okay, got it. C. Rajgopalachari and Lord Mountbatten was the first Governor General of India. That is the things about. Now we shall see it designated the Governor General of India and provinces governors as constitutional head of the state. They were made to act on the advice of the respective council of ministers. These were the outcomes of the things. Okay, so we have finished historical background, very short description on each act. Okay, there are many things left also, but we have not covered. We have covered that was required for our exam. Okay, and I hope we'll be doing this way. Okay, any comment you can give, any problem you are facing. Okay, most of you are leaving and coming. Tell me what are your problem. We shall be mending that. We shall try to solve that. But attend the classes, join the class, and have a passion for reading, for attending and discussing questions. Okay, that will help you and enable you to get your coveted job. तुम्हारा जो मकसद है वो पूरा होगा जब हम मतलब रेगुलर कुछ क्लास देखेंगे और क्लास में एनालिसिस लेंगे, कुछ कंस्ट्रक्टिव सजेशन देंगे. सो बी अलर्ट ऑलवेज, डोंट लूज टाइम, डोंट लूज होप आल्सो. Okay, so that is the things you have to do. Then we shall discuss multiple choice questions. I have brought 20 questions for this session. Okay, we will have this type of things in every class. Okay, so please look at the question and tell me the answer. Please look at the question and tell me the answer, what you know about. Okay, are you listening to me? What is the answer of it? Which of the following is not correct regarding Government of India Act 1858? There was separation of power, all the civil, military, executive and administrative functions were distributed. Is that correct or not? Okay, is that correct? Swayam, Rasmita, yes. सौरभ, आप चले गए क्या? सौरभ, हिंदी मीडियम, yes. Okay, let me tell the answer. First option is not at all correct because उस टाइम में सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर के बारे में सोचना भी गलत है, क्योंकि ब्रिटिश सब पावर अपना हाथ में रखना चाहता था, इसीलिए देयर वाज कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ पावर, नॉट सेपरेशन. So we cannot expect that separation of power. Okay, that is, you cannot expect separation of power. So that was not wrong. That was not possible. Separation. So answer is A. All are right. Administrative of the country was unitary but rigid. Right. Control of secretary was absolute. Whatever is said was final. Then the entire machinery of the administration was bureaucratic. So answer is A. Okay. Then the next question. Next question. Who was the Governor General of British India when Constituent Assembly started functioning? What will be the answer? Who was the Governor General of India when Constituent Assembly started functioning? Okay. Who is? That is Lord Wavell. Lord Wavell in 1946. 1946. Constituent Assembly created in 1946. Wellington was 35 के वक्त में जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया 1935 के वक्त में वाइस थे. Okay. Now, which government of India Act provided for the establishment of All India Federation and introduced a provincial autonomy? Okay, so answer is, that is C. So here answer is B, here answer is C. Got it? Here answer is B, here answer is C. Okay. So that is the things about number 4. Who among the following designated the June 3 plan? June 3 plan. Who designed June 3 plan? Obviously that is Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten designed. This is also known as Mountbatten plan. Mountbatten plan. इसको Mountbatten plan भी कहते हैं. Which among the following introduced the system of communal representation for Muslim only? That is 1909. So that is Council Act. That is Council Act 1909 में इसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था, मोर्ले मिंटो एक्ट, मोर्ले मिंटो रिफॉर्म एक्ट, मोर्ले मिंटो एक्ट. The present constitution was framed under, that is, cabinet mission 1946 में. Okay, so that is called number 6 C B. So answer is B. Answer is B C B. That is B. It is C and it is B. So here it is called council. Okay, got it? Now, okay, so that is, now we shall move to the next question. 7. Which among the following is not correct about Government of India Act 1935? It abolished diarchy at the center. Do you agree with that? No, diarchy at the provinces. Rather, introduced diarchy, or it is also written as diarchy, or okay, diarchy at the center. Hence, not correct. So it is not correct. Let us see others are correct or not. It provided for a federal Supreme Court, yes. It provided for a federal, yes. It provided for division of powers, because that is the list, three list जो दिया गया था. You remember or not? 3 list, that is division of power. So federal list में जो 59 और 56 सब्जेक्ट प्रोविंशियल सब्जेक्ट में था, और जो अपना कंकरेंट में 36 सब्जेक्ट था, that is called division of power. Okay, so that is diarchy at the center. Then the first Governor General of India was Lord William, that is Bentinck. 18 में 1830, that is 33 में जो हुआ था, Governor General of India was Lord William Bentinck. Okay, now let us move to the other questions. Okay, so that is A and B. Okay, now 9, question number 9. Direct election and bicameralism, it was a question in the last year ASO also. You will find this and question. Direct election and bicameralism was introduced in Government of India Act 1909. It is also known as Chelmsford Act. Okay, so that is wrong. That is C, Government of India Act number C, it is Montagu-Chelmsford Act. Then portfolio system was introduced in, that is wrongly mentioned, it is 1861. Please check it, 1861. Okay, that will be answer, not 1961, 1861. Okay, then who among the following is considered as the father of Indian civil service in India for his contribution to its introduction? That is Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis was the father of the system. Lord Cornwallis. Okay, he's contributed for Indian civil service. He created covenanted service and non-covenanted services. So he made brought major reforms in civil services. Okay, very good, son. Very good. 11A. Okay. Then, so that is CAA. CAA. So CAA. Okay. Now, the next question 12. Which of the following is not associated with separate electorate system? So 1909 में तो था वो मुस्लिम के लिए था. Muslims, either Sikhs, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians, Europeans like Spanish, French, Europeans, communal allowed में depressed classes. So that is not there. So answer is D. Not associated. Not. So not associated with, that is D. Got it? Central Legislative Council was established under Charter Act 1853. Okay, so Charter Act में और एक that is Central Legislative Council, separation of power, separation of Governor General's power. Okay, so that is A. So answer is D. Answer is A. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay. Now, question number 14. Question number 14. Which of the following was not recommendation of Simon Commission? ये abolition of diets के लिए बोला था, फेडरेशन के लिए बोला था, continuation of communal electorate के लिए भी बोला था. What will be the answer of 14? Anyone can answer? Yes. Question number 14. I'm waiting. Yes. Anyone? Which of the following was not a recommendation of the Simon Commission? That is 1927. It is recommended. It submitted its recommendations in 1930. Okay, what will be the answer to the question number 14? Anyone? Yes. Anyone has the answer, please? No. So 14 is that is established major recommendation. It was a major recommendation. Federation तैयार करने के लिए बोला था British और Princely States. This is the answer. 14 is answer D. It did not provide for introduction of bicameralism at the center. I have given the slides. Wow, okay, check it. You will check it and find that it is the answer. It was there. It was there. It was there. It was there. So answer is D. Okay. Swang. Got it. So please check. Who among the following is called the father of communal representation in India? Lord Minto. Lord Minto is called the father of that is Lord Minto, Viceroy of India. Lord Minto. So answer is D. Answer is D. Okay. Next, 16. The first Indian ICS officer, very easy question. Okay, so Satyendra Prasad Tagore, and he is the first law member, Indian member in the Viceroy's executive yes 16B. Thank you. Okay, now who was the governor of Odisha when it became a separate state in 1936? Okay, so that is John Austin Hobart. Remember, is the first Indian governor of Odisha. Okay, that is first Indian governor, but he is the first governor. And Kalasnath Katsu was the governor of Odisha at the time of independence. Independence in 1947. Okay, so that is the remember. These are the things of 1936 7. Okay, so 17, that is B, sorry, 16B, 17A. Got it? That is the things about 17. Okay, next question 18 19. Who among the following were the members of the cabinet mission? Okay, so that is Patrick Lawrence was there, Stafford Peace, A.V. Alexander, so all of them. The system of dual government was introduced in Pitt's India Act 1784. Okay, 1784 May Pitt's India Act dual government was abolished. It was abolished under Government of India Act 1858. So that is called dual government. It's in the Act 1784, dual government. Okay, that is dual government. Then the last question of the session. Last question of the session. Consider the following acts. Consider the following acts. Pitt's India Act, Regulating Act, First Charter Act. Okay, then the first Indian Council Act. Okay, so what will be the answer? Yes, what will be the answer to the question number 20? Last question of the session. Kindly answer it. Okay, Om Prakash. A. Very good. Excellent answer. Excellent answer, Om Prakash. Okay, excellent answer. That is 17. So that is 1784. 1784. Sorry, not. No, not. Answer is wrong. 1773. 1792. Then it not A, not A, sorry. Then that is 1861. So 2, 1, 3, 4. Yes, Swam. Sorry, Swam. Right. B. Answer is B, not A. Got it? The first Charter Act was enacted in 1792. The second act was 1813. Charter Act. Charter Act is 1792. 1813. 1833, 1853, 4. Okay. So the Council Act was 1861, 1892, 1909. Council Act. Council Act, that is 1861, 1892, 1909. Okay. So answer will be B. Okay. So with this, let me end the class. Thank you very much for your comments, for your likes and dislikes. Okay. I am very delighted to take your class. I'm very happy that all of you are attending and giving your comments, valuable comments. In the next class, we shall be the starting with the that is making of the constitution, and then we shall move to salient features if possible. Okay. So meet you in the next class. Thank you very much. Thanks all of you. Okay.
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ପୁରା ସ୍ଲୋ ଆବାଜ ଆଉଛି। ଆଜ୍ଞା 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 ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ସେଇ କଥା ହିଁ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କାଲି ରାତିରେ କହିଲି ଆପଣ କଥା ହଉଛି ମୁଁ ଟିକେ କଥା ହେଇପାରିବି ସକାଳେ ଫୋନ୍ କଲି। ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ସେ କଣ କି ବାପା ଟିକେ ମୁଁ କହିଲେ ତ ମତେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ମୋ ଦେହ ଖରାପ ହେଲା ବୋଲି ମତେ ଦେଲାନି ଗଲା ତ ମତେ ଟିକେ ସେ କଣ କହିଲେ ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ମୋ ସୁପରଭାଇଜର ଯାଉ ଆରେ ଟିକେ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଅଫିସରେ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରେସର ପଡ଼ିଲା ତ ଗୋଟେ ମାସ ଛୁଟି ରହିଛି ତ ଏମିତି ହେଇକିରି ତ ତାକୁ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା What's your relationship status? Someone project working. You are married to married. You are married.